On Friday, February the 13th, 2015, an awareness and fundraising event in support of Women's Support Center of Armenia was hosted by Melanie and Greg Toufayans at their residence in Saddle River, New Jersey. Over 80 people attended the event. While visiting Armenia in the summer of 2014, Melanie Toufayans visited the Women's Support Center, which works with victims of domestic violence. During her visit, she learned that domestic violence is a huge problem in Armenia and that far too little is being done to address the problem. In an email, she wrote, "I'm now convinced that if we want to improve this situation in Armenia, then we should be raising awareness on the rights of women who are a great asset for the development of any society."
Say a few words before I hand over the program to Maro and Andranik. The way I found about the Women's Support Center is about a year ago, I think it was Adi Abdo who said, do you have any clothes? You know, there's a container going to Armenia. If you have any clothes, bring them. So I reached out to some of my friends who are sitting here. She gave me a bunch of bags and I gave it to Adi. Then a few weeks later, I get an email from Maro saying, "Thank you so much for all the stuff."
Thanks so much, Mel and Greg. Thank you for opening up your home. We appreciate you taking time to open up your home for this event. That are serious. But Armenia has developed in many ways. And one way in particular is in political consciousness and social consciousness amongst the population. You know, when I went in 1993, most people, their reflexes were still Soviet. When you looked for change, you looked above to the government. The government was the source of all ill or the source of all possible remedy. That was a very Soviet way of looking at things. The idea of organizing at the grassroots level, organizing around issues of neighborhood, issues of environment, women's issues, was yet to come. The Women's Support Center is actually 5 years old this year. It was established in 2010 as a joint project of the Toufayans Foundation, which was established by James Toufayans, who many of you know, the U.S. Agency for International Development, and the AWA, Armenian International Women's Association. Those are the three partners that provided the initial funding for 2 years to get this project up and running. I will say that the U.S. Agency for International Development supported this project largely because of then Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch. She was very committed to social issues, particularly women's issues, and she pushed the bureaucrats at USAID to fund this thing. If it hadn't been for her, those bureaucrats in Yerevan wouldn't have been interested. And in fact, once she moved on to another assignment in Washington, USAID gradually pulled their funding. But today, it continues to be funded by the Toufayans Foundation and a few other private donors. It began largely with humble services. It provided walk-in services and hotline services for abused women. Women who were looking to talk about their problems, who needed a shoulder to lean on, who need psychiatric assistance, legal counseling. But very quickly we found that the center couldn't operate simply by providing hotlines or walk-in services. It's kind of like being all dressed up with no place to go. Yeah. Before I turn it over to Maro, I want to show his PSA.
Ընտանեկան բռնությանը չկա արտարացում։
Լռելով, դու դարձնում ես քո երեխային բռնության շղթային ժանսի։
Նայիր քո շուրջը եւ փորձիր կանխել գոնե մեկ նմանակ դեպք։
Համակերպվելով դու թույլ ես տալիս, որ բռնությունը կրկնվի։
Խոսիր, մենք պատրաստ ենք օգնել քեզ։
Խոսիր, միայն այնպես քեզ։
Here, thank you very much, especially for opening your house and gathering you all here and being so gracious and so organized and making it so easy for us to do this event. I want also to thank many of you here that I don't know probably by name, but you've been very, very supportive to the Women's Support Center. As mentioned, Marine, we've donated children's clothes and women's clothes. Shori, who's been a volunteer for us for many, many years. I'm just going to give you a few statistics because Amnesty International did a survey in Armenia, did a study in Armenia. And you see the numbers here. It's a very high rate of abuse and controlling behavior towards women. and 20% of the cases are serious cases and are life-threatening, by unique cities, life-threatening cases. So this is not, as Antani mentioned, all these things were very hushed because the Soviet society was supposed to be exemplary and idealistic. But in reality, all these issues existed. They were pushed under the rug. Nobody discussed them, and disputes are settled through punching and masked men, beating activists, and the governor slapping women in lobby of Marriott Hotel. When there is this culture of violence, when Armenian soap operas depict women as hysterical,
Remember,
cheated.
you organized a demo for, I think it was for women's rights, where people came and said, "You're U.S. agents, get out of here."